Welcome to Support the Desk's live keynote event. We are so thankful that you are here today, and we are excited to bring you some amazing training. We are focusing on HIPAA and PHI compliance today. I know it says dental here, but if you are a medical professional or dental professional, or you are aspiring to work with the medical or dental professional, or maybe you interact with people that could be communicating with you from a PHI standpoint, this is the free training you want to watch today. So today we are going to be providing a free training that takes about 15 minutes. And here at Support the Desk, we do this every week. So if you want to learn more about your business, you want to grow, you want to find free training that you don't always have to sign up and pay for and go through this whole rigmarole, this is the place you want to visit back at 10 a.m. every Wednesday Pacific Standard Time. Support the Desk is your #1 virtual admin support company. So we handle everything from phones to administrative tasks, anything that you might need for your business on a remote level. Today, we're going to be talking about statistics in HIPAA and PHI breaches, common violations, email, what we've done as a company to overcome a lot of these challenges, what a risk assessment is, and if you really need this for your business. We'll end with a couple Q&A and give you an opportunity to ask us some questions. My favorite thing to dig into immediately is really talking about statistics. I feel like numbers tell a story. And so whether you're in medical or dental, anything that you handle that has to do with PHI or protected health information in any capacity, this data will definitely intrigue you. The four most common causes of healthcare data breaches were compromised credentials, phishing schemes, cloud misconfigurations, and business email compromise, or BEC. We really want to highlight that because there's a lot of information behind that I feel like might help you in deciding how you want to communicate with your customers, consumers, patients, anyone who's doing business with you. First, I want to talk about accidental negligence. This involves the misplacement of records or improper disclosure, and it's on the rise. And it's like you didn't mean to do it, but it happened. And I like to say to our clients that even if we don't know we did something wrong, it's our responsibility to know that we didn't do something the right way. And so we should always be of the mindset that we need to learn. And even if your business doesn't exactly use medical records or health records, it's important for you to hear how you can protect your business in other ways that you may be exposed that could align in some way with this HIPAA training today. In 2021, the total lost business cost due to a data breach was approximately $1.6 million. As of November 2022, the Office of Civil Rights settled 126 cases of HIPAA violations for over $133 million. 95% of identity theft incidents come from stolen healthcare records. Such information is worth about 50 times more than credit card information. And lastly, once you post something that violates HIPAA on social media, deleting it doesn't make it go away. And you have zero control over what happens once it appears online. Now, there are common violations. When we were preparing for this free training event today, we looked at a lot of scenarios and picked two of our favorite stories that we feel are pretty relevant to today. Now, these two stories are going to share with you scenarios where someone didn't think they were doing something wrong, but they did. And the other side of it where an anonymous person reported this situation, not the person who was actually offended. So there are ways that you could be in breach while doing business today and you don't even know. And you think you're doing something okay, but actually you're not. And there are situations where your patient may not report you, your customer may not report you, but an innocent bystander does because they're just worried about what you're doing and how you're practicing. And that's the world we live in as business owners. And so it's important for you to know how to protect yourself. Let's talk about 2 stories. First one, an Alaskan dentist, Seth Lookhart. He performed a tooth extraction on a sedated patient while riding a hoverboard. The dentist had the extraction filmed, then sent the video to several people. He joked that performing oral surgery while on a hoverboard was the new standard of care. The patient said she didn't consent to the filming of the procedure, so Lookhart violated her privacy by both the filming and the sending of the video. She also did not consent to have her tooth taken out while the dentist was on a hoverboard. The state filed a lawsuit that charged Lookhart with unlawful dental acts. He also was found guilty for committing medical assistance fraud for billing Medicaid procedures that were unnecessary or not justified. The case led to Lookhart's conviction on 46 felony and misdemeanor counts. The judge scheduled sentencing for April 30th. Wow. I mean, wow. You don't know what could happen. I mean, that was a very innocent video. He didn't mean anything by it, but it happened. In August 2019, a patient posted a harsh review on Yelp about a dental procedure she received. This prompted a backlash from a doctor. The endodontist responded to the claims with the patient's specific dental history and details and procedures since 2013. The doctor's goal was to prove that the patient had dental problems that were not his fault. An anonymous tipster filed a complaint with the Arizona State Dental Board of Examiners, worried the information violated HIPAA. The doctor wrote in his response that since the patient put their grievances online, she forfeited her right to confidentiality. As an outside attorney who was not involved in the case said that this is not how it works. If a patient posts a comment about a provider, it does not give the provider permission to disclose any PHI. These are just a couple scenarios that we need to keep in mind as business owners. Even if you're not dealing with the medical world, how we handle things externally matters. Why should we stop emailing? Let's talk about email. It's a little crazy perspective here, but email is so archaic and we think that it's not. We think, oh gosh, it's a great form of communication. I can quickly send an email and we're good to go. But you never know what information you're exposing yourself to or exposing others to receive from you. Emails can be forwarded. They can be screenshotted, copied, downloaded, and then disseminated in a way that maybe you didn't want. So keeping your communications in-house is one of the most intelligent things you can do as a business owner. And here at Support the Desk, we actually are huge fans of that. We have completely done away with utilizing emails once a client onboards with us and completes onboarding. We keep all of our communications internal. We also wanted real-time access to our team. Email is not real-time access. Phone is not real-time access. But our chat system is real-time access. We want our employees to be able to connect with our customers in real time, access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We want there to never be an issue with a missed email, something went to a junk box. We want to communicate with you right away. The compliance aspect is on a whole nother level. Even if you aren't in medical or dental, it's still, it moves everything a little bit closer to home and removes those barriers that leave you open and susceptible to different violations of policies that exist. What is a risk assessment? A risk assessment is something that is performed by a company who specializes in HIPAA compliance. They're very expensive. They're time consuming, but there's ways that you can already begin to protect your business. These 4 ways you've highlighted: physical risks, technical risks, administrative risks, and social media risks. Patient records, your physical access to information, disposal of information. Technical risks, passwords, mobile devices, network infrastructure. Administrative risks, so HIPAA training, business associate agreements with any vendor that you have. Social media, how you post, how you reply, how you engage. We're going to talk social media a little bit more here because social media, we think it's innocent. We really do, and it's just not. There is so much exposure that's available, and so we encourage you to actually screenshot your screen here right now so that you can actually see a lot of the things that we encourage you to work on and to look at in your business. How How do you have guidelines established for your team? How do you handle responding to positive and negative posts online? What is the conduct? What are the consents you have for posting or replying to reviews? We veer away from commenting or replying to any reviews, good or bad. And the reason we do that is because we don't want to engage in something that later somebody could comment to us that we exposed them in a way that they didn't feel they were rightfully honored in. And so we really try to have some standard external replies and keep business internal that needs to be kept internal. There isn't always a response required because someone brings something up. And so setting those expectations early on with you and your team is the best route to go. Another thing we like to mention is that if you don't have policies in place, there's no time like the present to create them. You'll never have enough time. You'll never have enough knowledge. You'll never have the capacity to make these things be put into place if you wait for the right time. So we encourage you to do these things early and often and as soon as you find out about the need for them. So where to start? Make sure that you always have your software updates done, your password resets, social media policies, and your BAAs on file. If they're not on file, then you are open and susceptible to exposure in many different realms. If you don't know what a BAA is, or if you don't know what any of these terms are, later today there's going to be a free training content posted to supportthedesk.com. It's going to detail all the things we talked about here so that you and your business are protected and that you and your customers are protected as well. Let's take a few moments to open up a Q&A and talk about common questions you might have in your business about HIPAA, PHI, or different security measures you should be taking. So first question that we'll grab from the comment section below, we'll answer on screen. If you have questions and we don't get to those questions, don't worry. We are going to answer them in the comments after the live event has ended. And any clarity you might need on exposure can be found in the free training you'll see later today. If you need a link to that free training, you can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We have stories on there and we'll post the links therein. If you don't know how to find us online or how to find our free training, just head to supportthedesk.com and you can click that there and we'll be able to connect with you and you'll see all of our free training. First question is up on the screen. Are dental offices required to have a designated HIPAA compliance officer? Good question. If you are a dental or a medical office, yes, you should have one, but HIPAA doesn't actually require you to have it. I believe that it is essential to have someone responsible for overseeing that compliance and making sure that your staff adheres to the different policies that exist out there. So it's not a requirement, but I think you should. And so we always try to give you good and sound advice. Next question up on the screen. Can dental offices share patient testimonials on their website? I think this is relevant for any industry. Can anybody share testimonials? So we love to share testimonials about people that have a great experience with Support the Desk. However, we've also received backlash for doing that because competitors of ours will then try to go find that client and then they'll get sales calls and they just feel like that happened because we exposed them. So there's a checks and a balances here. You can share. It's okay to share. Make sure you have permission to share and maybe limit the information that's visible, like first name, last name, initial. Really limit what's exposed out there so that you're not releasing information that you don't have the ability to because you don't have permission. Take a look at how that is for your business. Okay, we're going to wrap up questions today. We're limited on time. We've gone a little bit over. So we're going to wrap up today. But in closing, we want to emphasize that any training that we provide that's free for you and your business is not meant to replace that of an actual professional that deals in different exposure and violations that exist in businesses today. So we're just providing you some free insights, some information that might help you ponder or think about what you could be doing differently in your business. We appreciate you watching. watching and learning about Support the Desk today. Support the Desk is your #1 remote online team. We support any business, anywhere. We handle lots and lots of different categories of support, everything from phones to billing, handling customer service aspects, filling your schedule, lots of good stuff there. You can schedule a call to learn more about Support the Desk, who sponsored this free training today, at sayhi@supportthedesk.com or visit supportthedesk.com and you can schedule a call right there. We look forward to helping you and your business thrive. Thank you so much for watching our free training today. Have a good one.